Mhm. All right. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Brenda Mullen, how you doing? Ah, you been keeping busy? Gonna wait for our two guests to show up. We only have two guests today. Carol Sharp, talked to her, and she's got some irons in the fire today to put out, so she won't be joining us. We'll be talking with her a little bit later on. Uh, I know Donna and I did a test today, so she's okay. I want to make sure that Sabrina knows that we're using that link. Okay, so May Sab. Okay, so that's Nikki. I can't. I'm gonna go ahead and click you in. No, hang on just a second before I click you in. Gonna give Donna a minute to show up, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hey, there is Donna and T Brown. So everybody's here at the party. We're just gonna give it a couple minutes, see if anybody else shows up, and we're gonna get started. Carol's not gonna be joining us. She had some situations going on today, so she won't be able to join us. We're just gonna carry on. I'm gonna start with Donna. Since Donna got cut off on the last time, we're going to pick up where we left off, and then we're going to bring in Sabrina. But, while we do these interviews, it's okay. I mean, even if I'm talking to one particular person at a time, it's okay if you come in and join the conversation and give your take on whatever it is we're talking about. So if I'm talking to Sabrina about a certain thing, and Donna, you have something to say about that, then please feel free to join into that conversation. And Nikki, the same thing for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Sharita Cadenhead. I am the founder of Renew, Refresh, Reset Your Life, where every day presents another opportunity to hit the reset button on your life. We were interviewing Donna T. Brown on last week, and she lost her connection, so we got her back this week to finish talking with her. And Donna is an ordained minister. She said she's a realist who strongly believes her adversities help her to help others. She is a founder of Saving Our Sanity. I keep saying sisters, okay? She's founded Saving Our Sanity, a support group that encourages women to confront their personal demons. And we all know how important that is because, hey, let's be real. Let's be realists. We all have some personal demons that we have struggled with at one time or another. So I'm going to go ahead and get Donna on.
Hello.
Hello, Donna T. How are you? How are you this evening?
I'm fine. Let me cut this light off. I don't like that glare. Okay, so give me a minute. Hold up.
Okay. All right. So Donna, you might want to put it in front of you rather than behind.
And I have one. Okay. How does that look? Because I have one that's in front of me.
That's better. Okay. I often deal with that with this window behind me. And because and usually around this time of evening, the sun is still out pretty brightly, and I'm always sitting by this window, so I have this glare. I just have to turn my computer around a little bit. So everything's good?
Everything's good. I'm not going to touch the keyboard.
Okay. So yeah. Step away from the keyboard.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Nikki in. Sabrina Mays. I'm gonna go ahead and give her an introduction and bring her in so she can join in on the conversation. I don't know why I turned my air conditioner down so much. Now it's not blowing, but I'm gonna just deal with that. So Sabrina Mays is a Birmingham native. She attended Ramsey High School and earned her bachelor's degree in justice sciences from the University of Alabama at Birmingham. And then she went on to earn her MBA in human resource managers from American Intercontinental University. She's very active in her community. She serves on several boards, including the Birmingham Public Library Young Professionals Board, Latch and Live Foundation, Travelers Aid of Greater Birmingham, and Beyond Boundaries, LLC. She's also the founder of Brave Inc., a nonprofit organization which serves low-income seniors and children by providing creative opportunities to improve their quality of life. And so we're going to have Sabrina to come on. Nikki, I'm going to invite you, and then you will just accept. Last week, she couldn't get on for some reason, and I thought it was because she didn't create a profile. You need to be using a Chrome browser, It does not work on your Android device. You can use an iPhone as long as you have the Fire Talk app. So it looks like she's not connecting again. And yeah, troubleshoot. And we didn't do a test. I'm gonna try to click her in one more time and see. Hi there. Okay, so hey. And see what's happening. If we can't get her to connect, I think we're just gonna go ahead. I'm burning up. I hate to do it. I gotta run and turn my air on. Sorry.
Good. I'll fix to run somewhere too. I'll be back out. Let me see. Hold up.
Okay. Hey, perfect timing. I am so sorry about that, but it got so cold in here earlier till I had to turn it down. I'm going to try Nikki one more time and see if we can get her connected. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up where we left off. But let's go ahead and get started.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, yes. Nikki, she says not again. Yeah, again. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Are you using a Chrome browser, Nikki? Are you using Chrome? Okay, you are using Chrome. Okay. You did set up a set.
Yes, sir.
And she signed up. Okay. Let's see. And I'm not really sure what else to try. I was watching someone else do a test earlier today, and they too couldn't figure out what was going on. I told Donna today, I was thinking that Fire Talk was really a new platform, but I found out the other day that Fire Talk has been around for years, and maybe some of the issues is because everybody started using it all at one time after Blab went away. Did you sign in using Twitter? Did you sign it? How did you sign in, Donna?
Facebook.
Okay, you signed in using. Okay. Sign in using. Okay, Nikki, try signing in using Twitter or Facebook and see if that works. I think Twitter may be preferable. Yeah, when we just when and I don't know what it looks like on your end, but so I click on the link before we get started, and then it'll say, we're getting ready to start. Does it do that on yours end?
It says live.
Okay, try Twitter. Yeah, so it says it's getting ready to start. And so here at the last minute, I'm trying to finish my trying to put my lipstick on and finish my popsicle. Which I didn't, so I'll drink it after we broadcast. But look, so let me try Nikki again. So Donna, I want to back up just a little bit, and I know we talked about this. I don't know how far we got after we talked about, we talked about you're not wanting to be a comedian, not wanting to call a comedian. Yeah. Okay, so we resolved that, right?
Yeah, we resolved that.
Yeah,
remember, you made the association, remember, because we was trying to figure out why, and you said something about maybe that because was in the church arena, because I'm a minister, that people wouldn't take me serious.
Right.
That might be the reason. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that.
Yeah. I agree. So, and I know that people still take you seriously, but is there ever any conflict there? Like when you're trying to be serious and people don't take you serious, or vice versa? Do you ever get any of that? I mean, when you wear your hat as a minister and counselor, people understand that's what you're there for, and they respect that. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. You know what? Because I'm naturally funny, even when before I kind of titled myself as a comedian, even in my delivery when I'm ministering, I still come off that I incorporate some of that in it. So I believe because, well, when I do that, they still know when I'm serious. I'm serious, you know. And I've had somebody tell me that, you know, Donna, you're funny and everything, but girl, I know when you know you're on the real and you.
Right. So there's no confusion there.
Huh?
So there's no confusion there.
No, no.
And it never has been. Has there ever been?
No, not really. Not really.
Yeah, how that word for nothing. Yeah, comedian. Yeah. So
I'm complicated. I'm so complicated.
Hey, there's a and one of the things I was going to say last week too was if you were uncomfortable with a comedian, maybe you could just create, you know, a name for what you are.
Oh Lord, and that may eventually come because my mind, I'm telling you, I think of some far out stuff, and I think Steve Harvey said it best. He said something that was so profound. He said he was making a reference to comedians and people who are naturally funny. Is she coming in? Maybe. Come on in. So there's all this Obi, come on in, baby. We're praying you in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus, come on in. The doors to the church is open.
Like you're pushing, come on.
You mixing salt and pepper and Jesus at the same.
Come on. In the name.
We're not gonna give up, Nikki. I see you signed in as someone else, and we're gonna using another format, so we're gonna try to sign you in that way. So I think my mind was slipping just that quick.
Steve Harvey. I was saying Steve Harvey. You know, he said comedians. He said we have a third eye, and he said we see what other people don't see and make it a fun. Yeah, and I guess that's which supports. Jimmy always asks me, he said, how do you come up with stuff like this? How do you think of stuff like that? Right. And when Steve Harvey said that, the light bulb went off.
It just went off. Instinctive. It's instinctive. Yeah. And so in your ministry, you know, I know that you're naturally funny, but I'm just, does that help to, you know, does that help at all to make your job easier in cases where the load needs to be lightened a little bit and people need to relax so that they can? Yeah.
It is definitely an icebreaker. It is definitely an icebreaker to just be able to say something. And even if the situation is real serious, if I'm led to actually just say something to, like you said, make it lighter and it out good and they start laughing, then they're more relaxed and then they can talk. Like, because my husband and I do a lot of marriage mediation, and stuff. And sometimes, you know, the first time couples are like, I don't know these people. Then I'll just say something very ignorant, and then they're like, okay, I can get with her. Okay.
I know ignorant, right? Yeah,
right. So then it's like, okay, we can talk now. Yeah, because they're, you know, for the most part, they're thinking somebody's fixing to come in all suited and serious and everything, and they're, you know, they got issues, and they're like, I don't know if I want to talk. But then if I just say something just way stupid,
it makes you real.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I believe in. Transparency.
It makes you a real person. You know, not much different from they are, except you're counseling.
Right.
Yeah. People like to talk to people that they can relate to.
Right. Right. They enjoy
relatable.
It draws. It's drawing. Being relatable, being real, being authentic and genuine. They people love that. They gravitate to that.
Yeah. So I noticed that a lot of churches. Now I know you and Jimmy have been doing you know, some counseling and marriage ministry for years. So outside of your church?
Yes. Okay. We actually, in the name of Jesus, and I know the church body won't mind us saying, we actually did a weekend couples retreat in Coleman, Alabama.
Coleman, Alabama.
Oh my God. That was an awesome experience.
Really?
That was, yeah. I mean, we got real. We got up and we actually talked about the history of Coleman.
Did you really? When was that?
Because they knew it. They knew it. We got real. I said, I'm gonna get up here. I'm not fixing to fake y'all. Y'all know what the history is now, you know. Okay. And we gonna sit up here and we gonna talk about this. And we did. And they made me.
Let's just say what that history is. Let's just talk about it. What history are you talking about?
Let's talk about it. They were Coleman is historically known for racism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the congregants at the church, the name of the church is One New Man Church, and it was just an awesome, awesome weekend. But we talked about it. I mean, I said, let's get the elephant out the room.
Right.
Let's talk about it. And they were like, "Oh my God, sister, yes, you're right." And they started. Okay.
They wanted to.
Yeah, they wanted to. And you know, they was like, we were not a part. That's old Coleman. We're so away from that. But they actually talked about some of the experiences when they were younger. And actually, the pastor talked about, like in the 80s, some of the attacks that they got for allowing African American people to come to their church.
Is that right?
Yeah, he talked about it, and he said, like they burned a cross in his yard. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, that's I mean, that's a heavy issue. Was it this pastor that invited you?
Yes, invited me and Jimmy. I mean, that was groundbreaking because they said never in the history of Coleman, Alabama, did they know of that you know, two African American, a couple came in and did a weekend-long marriage conference.
Weekend-long marriage conference. Yeah. So how did he get to you? I mean, what made him call you?
Okay, my classmate actually invited me. She wanted me to come because she knew about me doing comedy. So it started off as my classmate wanting me to do like a one-day women's, ladies' night out type thing, lighten up things, and but then so we met with the pastor. He wanted to meet with me. Jimmy came with me as always everywhere I go.
Right.
And so we got to talk, and we met at Applebee's. No, not Applebee's. It was Cracker Barrel in Coleman. And we met with his wife and a few other members. And we was just like being introduced to them, and they were kind of sizing us up. And they immediately changed. They said, "Hey, will y'all do a marriage conference at our church?"
Really?
And we was like, we will. We'll do it. We'll do it. Like, marriage conference, Coleman, Alabama. Oh, yeah.
Coleman, Alabama. It was huge. How far of a drive is Coleman from Birmingham?
45 minutes. It depends,
Yeah. And the reason that I bring that up is that I've been to Coleman. I went to Coleman once.
You were driving through?
Well, no, I was going to Coleman. My destination was Coleman.
What's Coleman? Okay.
Yeah, and so I was selling Craftmatic beds at the time. Okay, and so I had an appointment in Coleman. I got all the way to Coleman, to the corner of the block where I was going, and the church sat on the corner of the block where I was going. I got all the way to Coleman, got to the block, turned around, got back on the freeway. Never did. I didn't go, because of Coleman's history. And this was in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, really, I was, I say all the time, there's not many things that I'm really afraid of, but I am afraid of the Klan. Okay,
right.
And so that's what was going through my head. I was like, you know what? I'm this black chick. It's 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm here in Coleman. This is just so out of my element. I just turned around and went back, came back home. But Coleman's a different place. It's a different place. So.
It's a different place now because they said that there used to be a sign in Coleman that said that after a certain time he better not be called.
Yeah. I heard about that. So, was it an actual sign?
Yeah, some of the locals did confirm that there was a sign.
There was a sign. Yeah. Do you remember what it said exactly? I know the sign said something about, black people, better not be caught after dark. Something to
Right.
that effect.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it was verbatim, but
Yeah.
it was something they
Yeah.
alluded to that
Right.
if you're in here, because most of the time people we just drive through Coleman, we don't stop.
Right. Okay.
But they did, we did talk. We had some real conversation about it, and they said it's a different place. Even though while we were down there, the whole weekend, I don't even remotely remember seeing, I mean, not even driving. I may have seen one African American, maybe. And that was the weekend. We stayed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking about that, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I'm good. Well, I know. Give me some. Let me get some.
Let me make sure this is off or something. Yeah. So I remember an election several years ago, and I thought it was common. It might have been somewhere else where they had elected a black mayor or council person.
I heard that. I know. Actually, think I saw it on a newspaper that they elected a black. But I don't know how true that is because I didn't ask about it. But yeah, I know that, and because of course that is big. That's big.
Right. Hey, Janora, thanks for joining us. How you doing today? Listen, I wanted to say, yeah, Brenda, that is pretty scary, or at least it was at the time for me. Brenda was saying the thing about Culma, being pretty scary. So, Janora, I want to say too, if during the conversation, I know we're doing this a little bit different. If anybody wants to join the conversation, I know I'm talking with Donna, but somebody might want to engage in this conversation with us. I'm not sure how you do it from your end, but you can probably tell if you want to join the conversation, you can absolutely do that. Okay. Although Donna and I are talking, we can engage. Two, three, or more can engage in the conversation. Huh?
I said to take all the heat off of me.
No heat off of Donna. No removing the heat. Okay. Well, listen, but and then to the last time that we interviewed, your comedy was just taking off. Now this is where we left off last week. Your comedy was just taking off. So what's it been like since then? I mean, you're doing more events, more booking. Okay, so tell me about that.
Events, actually last week, and I actually did 2 auditions for a stage play that's coming to Birmingham.
Really?
I'm not at liberty to talk about it. I just did the audition. Not sure if I even made it, but I did it. And she's heard about Miss Maddie, and she actually saw Miss Maddie's video because I had to submit a few of my comedy sketches. Right. And so she said, okay, my God, I thought I wanted you for one character, but let me try you for 2. So I auditioned for 2. Yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah, girl. But let me tell you, this is how I am. And this is how I've learned to be about anything. I said, God, if you don't want me to touch that, don't let me have it, even though I may want it. Don't let me have it. I don't want anything, or I don't want to be a part or involved in anything that you don't want me to be in, because this is taking on so many legs. I mean, just this, it really has. It really has. I'm gonna try my hand at acting now.
Yeah. Well, you're already kind of doing that anyway. Just doing skits a little bit. But your skits are not. Are any of your skits? Particularly when you're doing it with someone else, are they scripted? You all are totally ad lib.
Well, when I was doing it with a Bishop Lawrence Jackson, he and I, started doing stuff last year. We'll script it a little bit. We'll say, okay, let's let this one be about this, blah blah this, blah blah. We don't, we'll say, well, you say this and I'll say that. So it's not formally scripted, but kind of halfway. A little bit, but we just go at it. And one thing that I do know is stupid knows stupid. So when we get together, we're stupid together. I mean, it just goes. Improv. We just go. So, but this is going to be a little different. I read the character descriptions, and I actually, in my audition, and I did a video audition actually.
Okay.
You know, and I dressed up one way, you know, when she described the character, I just tried to dress like her. And the first character was like a Miss Maddie, and the second one was a little bit more refined.
Okay.
So we'll see, Sharita. I mean,
We'll see. How did you find out about this?
Someone actually told someone about me, you know, and the someone is the writer of this play.
Yeah. So how was that experience auditioning?
I was cool. I mean, really, I guess that says a lot about. I guess maybe I am an actor. I don't know. I don't know, but I was okay with it. Well, because I was doing it in the comfort of my home. Jimmy was videoing it for me, and I submitted. So I was okay with it.
Yeah, but you perform in front of an audience, so you know. Yeah. So you're comfortable in front of an audience, or do you? Once you start, you get comfortable.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, when Bishop Jackson and I did earlier this year, January of this year, we did a big production called One Night Escape. It was our first time, and it was a sellout. I mean, we had to turn people around. But the thing, and that was my first time actually performing before a live, huge audience. I remember being in my dressing room, and again, here I went this way. I said, Lord, if it's not for me, please let me know this. Let me know by me being uncomfortable or what, just some kind of sign. Let me know. Girl, when that curtain opened up and I saw that sea of people, it was like I was at home in front of Jimmy and my kids.
Yeah, right.
Crazy. I mean, I was so comfortable. So I said, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was showtime.
Yeah, showtime. Yeah.
So do you have anything else coming up?
I do. On October 1st, I'm doing a ladies' tea in Jasper, Alabama, at Gathering Ministries. It's gonna be like
a local folk, huh?
Hey, I love you local. But hey, for some reason, I'm going up and down 78 highway. I don't know. I'm just, wherever the Lord leads me.
Takes you.
Right. And then I've been in Chelsea. I've been fortunate. I mean, really, like some of my old classmates who are Caucasian are pulling me in. I mean, really.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, this performance in Jasper is an old friend of mine, and she's Caucasian too. So, I mean,
you have a diverse audience.
Yes, absolutely. And I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah. I love that. And I'm comfortable with each. I love everybody.
Right.
But yeah, but just here lately, some of my white brothers and sisters are reaching out, and I'm like Bernie Mac said, white people, thank you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I know I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I think maybe I was trying to get Nikki in, which is why I lost my track on this. But we were talking about the marriage counseling and it being in your church, and that's when you told me you had gone to Coleman. But so I know that marriage ministries in churches,
right,
are quite common now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Marriage ministry was not even a part. I mean, you had your matrons and your missionary society and everything, but you didn't have anything catered around relationships and couples.
I remember, a while back, even when I was a member of Sardis, which has been probably, I don't know, maybe even 20 years ago, they had singles ministry. But I don't, this marriage ministry, I don't know how recent it is, but I know it doesn't stretch back. It doesn't stretch back that far.
Not that far. And it is such a needed ministry. Yeah, I mean, so many marriages are hurting. I mean, especially in the church among believers. We're hurting, and a lot of us are wearing masks, you know, and we're in leadership positions and everything, and we're hurting, we're bleeding. And so that's why it is so important to have a functioning couples marriage ministry in your church.
Ministry.
Yes.
Ministry. So the marriage ministries, are they just where you know, people call when they need counseling, or are these marriage ministries, are these ministries that like meet on a regular basis, once a week, once a month, or whatever?
Small groups. Yeah, like at Love Fellowship Christian Center, where Pastor Rodney Stanfield is the awesome pastor. He has like once a month on the second Sunday from 9:30 to 10:45. We have a marriage, you know, like a couples session where we just talk about real life situations. Pastor Stanfield is the conductor, but here lately he's been having Jimmy and myself conducting these meetings. He's having us do it until the end of the year. He'll have some special events like date night or whatever. Well, where he might invite a guest speaker in or whatever. You know, and also just trying to do something to promote more togetherness, you know, more harmony, you know, wanting the couples to do more together.
And stay together.
And to stay together, because I'm telling you, the enemy is pulling on every end at our couple, at marriage, period. Just the institution of marriage, the marriage covenant.
Yeah, right. So between the marriage ministry and the comedy, you know, I know a lot of things are happening. People are calling on you, but what kind of plans are you making for yourself? I mean, where are you going? Where's Donna T. Brown, aka Donna and Jimmy, going?
Well, it's funny that you say that. You know, my daughter, my last baby, just went to college.
Yeah, the single bed, right?
Yes, and you know, I've just, you know, God gave me this, and it was kind of like impromptu. You know, I actually did a Facebook post about press and play after being on pause for so long. My oldest son is 28, and my baby is 18. So, you know, in those 20 some years, we were raising children. Jim and I put our lives on hold, and we don't mind, because that's who we are and that's what we agreed to do. Just to make sure our children were raised the best way we knew how, and give them, you know, allow them to be themselves. They played sports. They were in a lot, you know, had a lot of extracurricular activities, and we supported it. We wholeheartedly. But when my daughter left, it was like Jim and I was looking and was like, yes, it is time. We are here. And so even though we dated and we did, you know, we have a great relationship, it's like when we sent her off, it was like,
hey. Happy dad.
Yes. And so now we can focus on ourselves, on ministry. We mentor couples. We do one-on-one. I mentor young women. He mentors men. So we got a lot of freedom to do that, because we ain't got to run and go to a ball game, and we ain't got to say, oh, let me check to see what so-and-so is doing. You know, my children are doing. Now we have more time to cater to people. And so now, and I'm also like, now I'm looking at my secular job, and I'm like, Lord, okay, you know where my heart is. I want to be out here. I can't be talking and doing all of this and still work this secular job.
Right, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot, and I want to be available, because I'm getting texts and stuff, Facebook pop-ups, and like you know, my phone while I'm at work, like, oh, I need to talk to you. I got an emergency, you know, and then I want to be there for them. I want to be there for them. So I've been praying. I'm like, Lord, okay, Lord, whenever you ready, but I'm feeling this. I'm feeling very strong.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And that's what I
Yeah.
wanna do.
It's not even, you can't even contain it. I don't care how hard you try. You can't contain it.
I'm ready. Sweet, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I am. I'm ready to go out there and just, I mean, whatever's out there, I do see myself on a larger platform than I am. Now, God has shown me some things, and it's been spoken through a few reliable men and women of God. When I was on America's Funniest Home Video, after that, when I had that break, it was like, and I won second place with that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was awesome. And I felt like God was giving me just a taste of something that's to come.
Yeah, no, and I believe that. But I also believe that of course, when God gives you, He's going to give you the plan as well.
Right.
But on your part, is there a direction that you'd like to see it go, and in a way you'd like for it to play out? I mean, like where do you want to go? I mean, we know it has to be directed by God. We understand that.
Absolutely. But you're saying, where's my plan? Because, man plans his way, but God gives us direction.
Yeah, right.
My plan is to quit my secular job and go full time with ministry. Okay. And now that ministry falls under, the umbrella of a lot of different things, not just being behind a lectern, teaching or preaching or whatever. But I'm talking about, this comedy, that's ministry.
That's ministry.
Yeah, because even after I, cut up and all that, at the end, I'm just like, gosh, do y'all feel better now? I mean, you see how important it is for you just to lighten up and laugh,
right?
And not be serious. That's why I have this ministry called "It's Okay to Laugh in Church," because we were conditioned to be so serious, and you're hurting. I mean, bad, but you can't.
And we all know Miss Maddie, right?
Yes, Miss Maddie's from the church. Yes, and she works in the kitchen, and she steals food. Yes.
She's real. She's real.
She's a real person. Every church got a Miss Maddie.
Every church has Miss Maddie. Yeah, believe that. So do you actively pursue performances? Like, are there places like say for example, and I don't know, because I don't know. I mean, I don't really go out that much. You can tell I'm sheltered, right? So like places where they had like the comedy club, and maybe you're not there yet, or you probably are, or places where they entertain. Do you go out to places like that?
You know what? In all honesty, I have not been led to do that. I have a lot of people tell me, "Oh, Donna, you need to go to the comedy club. You need to do, whatever they do, where they have amateur night or whatever." I've not been led to do that. I really have not. I've not been led to seek out an avenue in avenues of that nature. Now, am I going to be a sitting duck and just say, no, I'm just going to wait till it all comes to me? No. But, it's like this, wherever God leads me, that's where I'll go. I'm like, if I see something like, okay, I think I want to, check into that. I will. But I'm telling you, going to the comedy club, that has not, because I don't know, Sharita, I don't even know if I actually want to do stand-up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Even though, because that may be a conflict. Even though, like when I'm standing up ministering, when I'm like at a women's conference or something ministering, and I throw in a couple of crazies or whatever, what is that? That's stand-up. But I don't know if I wanted to do it in that type setting. Right? I'm going to tell some jokes.
Yeah.
You know,
we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
Yeah. Because and I believe I asked you, was that a route that you wanted to take? Because you take comedians like, take comedians like Ricky Smiley, but take any comedian who people deem to be a 20-year overnight success.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
People don't see them until they've gotten there, but that track has been a very long way. And at this stage, not that you're not going to be here till 120. Okay.
Absolutely. 25, 26. Somewhere around.
Right. But since since your ministry, you basically have a ministry that's in the church, the couples ministry, and I remember, I have sold a bunch of stuff in my life, right?
Okay.
But I remember when I used to sell security systems, and I may have talked about it before, and so I was having a hard time. Because I wasn't doing any sales and anything. And I remember coming home on my lunch break one day, just sitting on the edge of my bed and said, oh, well, God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Right. And I was like, you sell security systems. Who doesn't need a security system?
Right.
Who doesn't? So I ended up walking the streets in Bessemer in what's the name of that community? I can't remember the name of that community. It's not one of the best. Here I am, a young black woman walking these streets by myself. But who needs security more than these people in this neighborhood? I was walking on the doors. So my point there was, so what God told me then, every door you look at is a potential customer. In your case, since you have this ministry and you have couples, you do these retreats, and so that's your primary audience. So then every church becomes
potential. Yeah.
Potential. If you wanted to speed up the process, what better place? You're in the church. That is your primary audience.
Yes, that is.
You can start letting them know about you and what you do.
Mm-hmm. And I do, and let me tell you, Sharita, even from these couples and everything, of course they'll join me on Facebook, because I do have Meet the Browns, Married for Life. I have that Facebook page, and it's Okay to Laugh in Church. I have that Facebook page too. And my biggest audience, I'm getting my biggest, I'll say Facebook, social media, has been my biggest marketing tool.
Yeah.
People, Facebook gets a bad rap and everything, but it's all how you utilize it.
It's how you use it. Yeah.
That's it. And so people will get on and they'll join my page. They'll, and I'm learning more and more to make my videos and stuff public instead of just keeping it to my right. And then even when I have events, Jimmy a video snippets of it and then put it out there. So churches, they are calling me.
They are calling. Very good.
Yeah, they are calling me because they see, okay, look at this crazy woman and
of God.
Of God. Definitely. Talking about real life stuff in church, real life stuff that we go through as women, as believers, as married couples. I just talk about it all. But I pride myself on being real and transparent.
Exactly. Well, you know what? You may be well on your way to leaving that job a lot sooner than you think. But I think it's definitely going to happen. It's going to be one of the happiest days of your life, because when you're driven by passion, I'm sure you like your job, okay? I'm sure you like your job, okay? But you love what you do outside of your job.
I love what I do. I love it. My job is a blessing. But it's not my passion. I do it, and when I go in, I do it, and I do it with the excellence and everything. But I know that the grace is just about up on that. I really do. I feel it. It's not the same. It's not the same when I go in there.
Yeah, you mentioned Facebook being your biggest audience, and I don't know. You haven't met Joe yet, Joe Lockett, right? You haven't met Joe yet.
I actually did contact Joe because you do know I'm a songwriter too. Yeah, written 2 songs, and I wanted Joe to hear, but somehow we kind of dropped the ball. Right when I was contacting him, he was busy with getting this school drive, back to school drive thing was going and everything. So I'm gonna contact him again because he has a very broad audience. Yeah, very broad audience, and I like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna contact him because he actually knows the guy that's singing my songs. He went to school with him. Oh, did he? Yeah, he did. He went to school. Carl Lewis.
Yeah, I know.
Who's friends? Yeah. So he and Carl went to school together. Okay. So I'm gonna make that connection too because I really want to try to get my song out there too. I've got 2 of them, which they're on YouTube. But I'm grinding, trying to get a break, and I believe one day it's coming. I believe it.
Yeah. Well, you might need to make that appointment. I mean, Joe stays busy. He's really busy. Y'all might need to just make an appointment. Yes. To talk. But he too credits Facebook with the level of success that he has. Once he got on there, he was like, really? Really? Yeah. Because, and then he just took off. He just really took off. And so, I still hear people say, they put Facebook down, but, it's not about, what kind of coffee you drink anymore, in the morning. Yeah, what it used to be. I had a cup of Starbucks, and just, for some people it is, but you know what? Over time, you find your own audience and people that you connect with, people who are like-minded, and then those type of followers or people that you connect with on Facebook, they kind of fall off, because in the beginning, I can remember every time I got on Facebook, somebody was fighting at the bowling alley, you know what I'm saying, or fighting at McDonald's. I don't see that stuff anymore because they have kind of. Gone to the wayside because that's not what I'm about. Yeah, absolutely. You join groups of people, the things you share in common. So that stuff that people talk about, I don't see. Rarely do I see that kind of stuff. And I'm so glad about it. So glad about it. Well, I'm so happy. Does anybody want to join the conversation, Hermione? I see you. Thank you for joining. Nikki, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say.
Nick, I feel you. I was like that last week.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one more shot. Watch it. Look, she's coming on at the very last minute. We'll say, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll see you later." Okay, yeah, yeah. And we didn't do a test. I was so sure that was it. But so the next time we all get together, we're gonna be talking specifically about the book, and of course, Nikki and I have to work that out. Before that happened, I think she's the only one that I wasn't able to connect with. Carol couldn't make it today because of some, irons in the fire at the last minute that were going on. So she'll be joining us the next time. We'll be talking about specifically about the book. A little bit about your word. You all have a video due. You said yours. Cool. Got it. Yeah.
Now you want me to resubmit? I know I was looking up. I know. I had Jimmy standing over me, okay. But I submitted. I will, Sharita. I will.
I think it's okay. You might can toy around with a little bit because you are kind of looking. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that without actually looking up. Okay. All right. So, obviously, Donna, you recognize something that you're very passionate about, and you have been, you have been pursuing it with all of your heart. Okay. So for people listening who have this desire to do something, who feel compelled to do it, who are passionate about it, what would you tell people?
That's funny. Since I started at 50, that was our blab interview when
Who said you had started at 21? Let's start at 50.
You were absolutely. It adds for us with my baby going to college and stuff, anyway, but that's a whole nother subject. But definitely, if you feel in your soul that there's something more that you need to be doing besides what you're doing. Go after it. I mean, at 21, I did not have these tools, all that's out there now, to really just get out there and really you can sit at home and start your own business or whatever, or start something big. You know, we didn't have all of this. And now that we have stuff, you know, right at literally at our fingertips, and, you know, just get out there and go for it. Just, you know, if you fall at it, try something else or whatever, but if it's in your heart to do, chase after it with everything you got. I mean, everything, because, life is just too short to just live, pay bills, and die.
Yeah, that's it. Live, pay bills, and die.
Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. John 10:10 tells us to enjoy our lives. Life, live it with. I mean, God is here to give us life and life more abundantly. And I want some of that abundant life. I'm tired. At 50, I've seen some things. I've had some hurts. I've had disappointments, and I've made a lot of mistakes. But now I'm really actively just pursuing that abundant life.
Yeah.
I know that me doing what I want to do and what I know I was created to do, that's a part of it.
Well, and speaking, I always say we can bring in, and then somebody says something that just starts me right all over again. But just, talking about that, it just, it raises the question, at what point, if at any point, did you feel like you had this moment of clarity about what you were doing, what you wanted to do, where you were going? Or have you had that yet?
You know what? I don't know. Because there's so much. And please don't take this the wrong way. God has given me so many gifts. I mean, really, the songwriting, the mentoring, the comedy, and there are more, that I've not mentioned. And I don't, it's like if you were to ask me, Donna, just if there's one thing that you want to do, what is it? I couldn't tell you that, but I know whatever it is, it's involving me being of service to people, serving people. And if it's me making you laugh till you pee your pants or throw up or whatever, and I know I'm capable of doing it. I know I've got enough stupid in me to make you laugh. I know I can. But then there's another side to me. There's so many other sides that I'm like, Lord, are you going to allow me to be able to live? You gave this to me. All of this is inside me. How are you just going to throw this all and I can just live it all out before I leave here? But I can't, in all honesty, say, like I had a moment when I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. This right here. I don't know what this is.
Well, when I was talking to Minister Patricia Campbell, she said something, and I don't know if I've ever thought about it this way prior to that, but she was saying, I think I kind of posed the same question to her, and it made so much sense. She said, God gives us many assignments. So that moment of clarity doesn't even have to be on this one thing.
Right.
On this one thing. But speaking of one thing in particular, working that traditional job is not in the equation, not really.
You got that right. You got that right.
Now that's clear.
That's very clear. That's very clear. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now that's very clear.
He wrote it on the wall with a magic marker, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's very clear. That and soon. Now that I'm feeling that very strongly in my spirit. Very soon that I'm gonna walk away from that job,
Yeah. And he's giving you speaking of these assignments, comedy, ministry, songwriting, poetry. You got a number of author.
Yes.
Yeah, you got a new one, author. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So, I think I ended most of these asking, is after the one word book, have you given any thought to writing a book of your own?
Yes. I am about 11, 12 years overdue.
Mm-hmm.
I really am.
Mm-hmm.
I know I was supposed to write a book just to quite know how to do it.
Yeah.
Then along came this awesome woman of God named Sarita.
Canehead.
And I was like, Lord, thank you for this woman, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with her. She is, I mean, you are literally my pusher man.
Yeah.
You know, you're my pusher man.
Yeah.
You push me. I mean, I'm like, Donna, you got to do this. Donna, you got to do this. Hit my inbox. I'm like, oh, Lord. And then putting somebody else.
Oh, wait a minute. You right. Jimmy, is that Sharita? Don't answer. Don't answer. Don't answer.
Wow.
Look, let's act like we're not here.
Baby, but I needed you in my world.
Okay.
I really did. Because, I didn't know how to start my book. I've got several books in me. Mm-hmm. One in particular is one that I'm actually throwing out there on Facebook, Whispers of a Married Woman. Just talking about different things.
And the screenplay.
Yeah, the screenplay. See? Yeah. But you push me. You have caused me to launch out into the deep, and I appreciate you for that. I really do. I really do.
Thank you. I certainly appreciate you. Well, that is going to be a wrap.
That's a wrap.
I said, hey.
I will do that. Unfortunately, he's not normally. He would be right on my hip. You know that. And
right. Well, tell him I said hello, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you later. I'm probably, for the authors, I'm probably going to be giving you all a one-on-one call, just us talking about where we're going, what we're going to be doing, and just get some thoughts on some things. For the local authors and Hermione, I hope you can make it over here for that. We're going to, when the drafts come back, and we get the final submitted, we're gonna break some bread together, and hopefully as many people can come to that will be very good. Other than that, that's a wrap. This is Sharita Cadenhead. I've been interviewing here with Donna T. Brown, aka Donna and Jimmy, aka Miss Maddie. Catch her on Facebook at Donna and Jimmy. And what else on Facebook?
It's Okay to Laugh in Church.
Okay to Laugh in Church.
Yes, Meet the Browns, Married for Life. And then Sisters SOS is on there too.
All right, very good. Matter of fact, I'm gonna type this in here.
Okay.
Thanks, Janora, Dia, Donna.
Thank y'all so much. Appreciate
Jimmy. Let me see.
Donna, the letter N, and Jimmy.
Facebook. Meet the Browns. It's Okay to Laugh in Church. And did you say another one?
And Sisters SOS.
Okay, no wonder I keep saying. Yeah, SOS.
Yeah, the Sisters is in it. It's Sisters Saving Our Sanity.
Sisters Saving Our Sanity. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, I was saying that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, very good. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm Sharita Cadenhead with Renew, Refresh, Set Your Life, where we talk about real subjects, real people making real changes in their life. I believe that every day is another opportunity to hit the reset button on your life. That's not something that I say. That's something that I mean. All right. Night. Everybody.
Thank y'all.
Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.